It's hard for me to talk to you. I'd love to show my lips when I talk, but remember I told you that all the people involved were in my teeth. We're not going to talk about this right now. I just want to explain to you why I always hold my hands up over my mouth. I don't even like to look at what they did to me. Now, we're not going to speak on that right now. I only meant to talk about Einstein's theory of time warp, or space time warp. It's no theory. It exists. And I don't know why the scientists have not told you about the time warp, because there are people who know, who've experienced them since those rocks fell. It's where you can move back and forth in space and time, or back and forth in space, backwards or forwards, in a matter of seconds or minutes or whatever. For instance, there was a time warp yesterday between a certain time where it took, it was 12:49. It took 3 or 4 minutes for it to get to the next minute. I looked at the clock on the wall and the clock on the computer. The clock on the wall is a simple clock. Look at your wristwatch. Who can tamper with that? Well, it took 3 or 4 minutes for the next minute to appear. That's a time warp. Just as the 2 days before, there was a time warp. 15 or 20 minutes passed, and the next time, it was an hour. It took 15 to 20 minutes for an hour to pass. That's a time warp. The clock on the wall and the computer were the same, and people's wristwatches also coincided with that time warp. You can't tamper with the wristwatch. There are magnetic forces and things like that come from God. All things come from God. People talk about money so much. Do you know where that comes from? Think real hard. Everything comes from God. People should understand at this point. You say that I'm insane. No, I'm not. I'm a person who loves God and knows. This is making any sense here? What I'm trying to tell you is, people steal all kinds of things. Ideas, theories, identity. Stealing is a crime. Land, lives, a crime. I'm real. And everything I've told you, the website that you saw, the videos that you saw, they're me. I didn't wear any makeup. I didn't alter myself. Use no filters. They're simple cameras. The things I've told you, even about the poisoning, or I consider it poisoning if I didn't ask for it. If I didn't say, give me a drug that makes me giddy and silly and has after effects that last for hours, that's poisoning to me. All I'm trying to say is, it's better to be honest, because be sure your sin will find you out. What you do is always revealed, no matter how hard you try to cover up. I think I heard something in the background where I'm sitting. Because I am me and I'm honest and I have told you things that are true, they're not only truth. I'm the one who should be put into the hospital while the other ones who committed the crimes get away. I heard so many explanations for them trying to get rid of me, those involved that tried their best to destroy us and me and my beloved family and our people, to cover up what they've done. The only crime I've committed is that I didn't die when they tried to kill me. And I told what they had done. I'm a witness to my attempted murder and murders of others that they committed. Hospital? Well, what do they get? And I committed no crime and acted very responsibly. For it's also written in Tanakh, yes, I do. I draw my knowledge from God. If a person, or it's understood from the Tanakh, if a person is doing really bad things and they're going to do something terrible to someone else or others, if you do not mention it, it's just as if you are involved in when they commit their act. It's not slander when you tell what people have done and they're dangerous. Slander is when you make up a lie and you tell things, the true meaning of slander. Like gossip. I am not gossiping, but I'm telling you of dangers that lie and things that people have done. The only crime that I've committed, I heard, is that I didn't die when they tried to kill me. And I told when I knew they were trying to kill others of our family and beloved people. Yes, I uncovered a plot But I'm going to tell you something. Before they tried to kill me, after kidnapping me, and tried to clean up, they spilled their plot to me because they figured I would be dead. They should have learned something. That God controls life and death. Not plotters or man. Not even Satan. He controls nothing. Except he gathers up all the evil, so it's destroyed later. By God Almighty. In heaven above.